was tripped out to me.
What's the Diaz brothers?
You know what I'm
They
saying?
got beef going back to the son, right?
Because Tony, you know what I'm saying? Tony ain't no bad dude, man. He wanted to make sure before he eliminated Frank, he wanted to make sure Frank.
I'm glad you made it, Tony.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure that Frank
favor for you. Spades.
No, I take care of this myself.
was a wrongdoer. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to make sure that Frank actually was the one that crossed him. Because this is like right after the club when he got shot. He almost got killed, man. He had to like really apply his military tactics that he learned from the beginning. Because Tony was in the military.
Paranoid.
You know what I'm saying? Scarface, he was in the military. He had to apply his tactics in the nightclub because them guys came in to bum rush his ass to kill him. And Frank set that shit up. That's why Tony had his boy, his bodyguard, to call approximately at 3 o'clock. He said if Frank picked up the phone,
You gonna answer,
and Frank acted any way out of the ordinary, instead of just being direct, he would know for a fact that he was the one that ordered the hit and tried to kill. See, Tony wasn't a bad guy. He would have never did shit to Frank. He appreciated the business relationship that Frank extended to him. Yeah, he got that phone call. Y'all remember he got that phone call? And what he should have said is, if I would have got the phone call, I would have been like, what the fuck you mean kill somebody? I ain't trying to kill nobody. That's what you should have said on the phone. Because Tony knew who was going to be calling, because Tony sent the call. Instead of this guy talking about, it's okay, I'll be home in an hour.
Talking about you
blew it.
fucking cockroach.
What are you talking about? Come on, you listen to me, huh?
Do you know what a hassa is, Frank? That's a pig that don't fly straight. Neither do you, Frank.
Hey, Tony, why the fuck would I hurt you?
See,
I brought you in.
he said, I believe
So
in
we had a
you.
few
I was the one to
differences,
believe in
huh?
you. I was the
No
one that
big
gave you
deal.
your start in this business.
I gave you your start. I was the one who believed in you.
Like Tony said, I stayed
I
loyal.
stay loyal to you.
Like Tony didn't try to kill him. It was the other way around. He tried to
I
kill
made
him.
what I could on the side.
And it was over a
Never
woman.
turned you, Frank.
Over a woman.
Never.
That's crazy. I can see if it had been over some money or something. It was over a woman. Tony ain't never came short with the money. Like he said, he made what he could on the side, but he never turned him.
It's a cockroach.
He never turned him. He never did nothing to compromise him, in other words. Compromise his life. It's what he did to Tony, in other words.
Your tree, Frank.
And Frank knows his back is against the wall. There ain't nothing Frank can really do. It's nothing he can really say to get out of the trouble that he's in now.
All right, Tony. I was the one.
It's crazy. You know? That's why even when you're in the business, you have to be loyal with people, man.
Second chance.
I don't care if you're the boss, if you're the worker, or whatever your situation is, you can't disrespect nobody, because what you fail to realize while you're disrespecting someone, positions change every day.
Second chance.
People move up the board.
Tony.
He probably thought Tony was smaller than him. Tony moved up so high, so fast.
They're in Spain, Tony.
Now this man is pleading for his life.
Get on a plane.
Begging.
It's yours. Okay?
Trying to offer him money. I'll give you this much money if you let me go.
Okay, Tony?
But what he don't understand is they passed all that already. That's
Please, Tony.
time for begging and pleading. That shit is over. You should have did that days ago. You should have did that before you did what you did.
I go away.
There's no coming back.
Tony. You never
Certain things in life, there's no turnaround point. That's why when you do things, you have to make sure that this is a decision that you can live with.
Somebody else do it for you.
Oh, Tony, come on. I'm begging you.
Get up! Jesus! Get up! No!
Because somebody might say that Tony drove Frank to do what Frank did. In other words, he pushed Frank to do that to him, so he could eliminate him, so he could have his world. Like it was all.
No, shoot that piece of
He
chip.
just got it. Just gunned him down.
No!
Like they're arguing and say Tony is just as much as a setting up people as Frank is setting up people. Like Frank, like he kept talking to Frank's woman, even though Frank said leave my woman alone, because he knew that by talking to this woman, he could get action out of Frank. And if he got the right action out of Frank, which was him trying to kill Tony, then Tony would have the right to go back and retaliate and take his life. And ultimately, Tony wanted to remove Frank anyway because Frank was in the middle of Frank was in the middle of Tony's business, bigger business with Sosa, and thus forth, he was in the way of Tony having Frank's woman.
Tony.
But all in that being said, and see, he killed him too, he killed the cop. The cop tried to get out of it like he didn't have shit to do with it. Some of this your tree, Frank, you're sitting in it. Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's funny how people are trying to turn coat when it's time, when their ass is out. You know what I'm saying?
Cop.
But that's something you can leave your comments. Leave your comments in the video. Subscribe to Redzilla's channel, which is me, Redzilla. Leave your comments because I want to know what you think about this scene.
Sure, man.
Do you think Tony was wrong for talking to his woman over and over, even though he said leave her alone? Do you think he was wrong for Kurt Orson, the guy, to retaliate, to come after him? You think Tony set it up? Tony set this up. So basically, he comes for me, I'm going to come for him. And I'm going to eliminate him because I need to get him out of the way so I can do business with Sosa. Now, that may be very true. Who believes that's good business, what he did? In other words, Tony hands are clean. In other words, Frank is wrong for falling into the trap. I think, now me, like, I'm on that side of the fence.
You want a job?
I believe that Frank is in the wrong because just because I draw up a plan, you ain't got to fall into it.
Okay, then you
know what I'm saying?
Hey, man,
because if you fall into it and the plan gels too good, it molds too well, how's that a plan? That sounds like more like destiny, like fate taking its toll in life. So just leave your comments. Let me know what you think. You know, Redzilla. I'm out.